Welcome back to the Lone Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, Cross Country Mortgage, and you are listening to Lone Ranger Radio. I'm in the mortgage business. How about that? But I'm also in the business of making sure I'm guiding my clients and you in the right direction so you can always make the right decision when you're getting a new mortgage to buy a home, second home, investment property, maybe refinancing. And this show is also completely designed to help walk you through the process and understand what are the trends going on right now. What should you do to be able to position yourself in this market? We're going to talk a little bit about that in this segment because I'm seeing a lot of you frustrated with not getting the winning offer because you're multiple offers on the same house. How do you position yourself? How can you rise above and look better than the other ones that are out there with the same qualifications essentially as you have? What can you do to make sure the seller chooses you? I'll show you how you can do that. You can also check me out on my YouTube channel, my Spotify channel under Bruce Woodburn or the Lone Ranger Radio, iHeartRadio. Check me out on all those. If you want to know what my stats look like as far as reviews, check out my Google reviews, check out my Zillow reviews. Not only am I'm a 4.9, but on a Google review and on a Zillow review, but I'm one of the top producers in Central Florida and one of the top loan producers in the country. But here's the difference in me in choosing another lender. You actually get phone calls back from me. You can't call the Rocket Mortgage and get a phone call from the guy that runs the show over there. You can't call the guy that claims he's paying $70 trillion in closing costs for you and get a phone call back from him. You're going to get a phone call from me. Why? Because when you hire me, you not only get me, you get my whole team of people. And that means that when you need me, you get a call from me. I return phone calls. I even have a receptionist. You may not have heard of one of those. They're a person that answers the phone and greets the client and guides you in the right direction. So you're not pushing 40,000 buttons to find the right person. That is not the way I operate. If you like that, I'm probably not your guy. You want great customer service and a good rate at the same time, I'm your guy. Choose me. 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or WeBringYouHome.com, WeBringYouHome.com. I welcome questions. You got title questions, home survey questions, inspection questions, qualifying, how to get the best mortgage. Let me know. All right, so let's first talk about the forbearance situation that's going on right now. So let's just pull that up and see what do we have going on in forbearances right now. So forbearances for new people, like what it's called a reforbearance, these are new forbearance situations that are surging right now, are up 5.32%. But the overall forbearances are down, and I think, what was that, 12%, I think it was. So new ones are up 5%, and existing forbearances are down considerably, and that pattern remains consistent. So if you are wondering about forbearance, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice. Forbearances should only be used by those of you that lost your job or significant amount of income. Not those of you that didn't lose your job and significant income. And here's why. And I'll give you several examples of clients that I really want to help right now and that have sabotaged their own transaction because of forbearance because they thought it was a free lunch. It ain't no free lunch. You know, it's just like the guy that pays closing costs, you guys. It ain't no free lunch. I mean, you're smarter than that. I know you are. When somebody says you don't have to make payments for 3 months and it won't affect your credit, you believe that? Do you believe that you won't have to repay that back? It's like you just go, oh my God, it's 3 months worth of free money. It ain't free money. It's going to cost you, and it's going to cost you a lot. Now, here's where it costs you. I've got several clients right now that are paying too high of an interest rate on their mortgage. Okay? They went into forbearance. Your guidelines for Fannie and Freddie are that in order to refinance or get a new mortgage, could be buying a new home, you have to have been current for 3 months. Not too bad. 90 days. 3 payments. Not too bad. But if you modified your loan, meaning that you did anything to change anything, and here's the problem, most of you don't even know you're doing it. You're like, well, I didn't know I did that. The mortgage company just took care of it all for me. Yeah, I'm sure they did. But they modified you. Now, here's what happens. If you modify it, you're out an additional 3 months for a total of 6 months. So now I've got a client that otherwise I could have locked in at about 3%, now 3.25%, heading toward 3.5%, because I got to wait another 3 more months for this guy who no one knew he was in had modified, including him. Now we have to wait. And we're waiting and waiting and waiting while he pays a higher interest rate and I'm not saving him money. Or I was going to save him like $250 a month. I mean, come on. It doesn't make any sense. Now, here's another situation. You got a client that went into forbearance. And then they went, wow, hey, Betty, we've really made a lot of money on this house. We got about $150,000 in equity in this house. Let's go get out of this house, sell it, and go buy our dream home. So you put your home on the market because the listing agent isn't going to ask any questions about that because you didn't foreclose and you didn't short sale. And you think the forbearance is just no big deal. So you list your home and by God, you got a buyer the first day. Woohoo! And you go into contract for them. And then you go out and you go shopping. And you go shopping for your new home and you find your new home. And you're like, oh my God, Betty, isn't this new home just perfect? I love this new home. I can't wait to close on it. And then you go into contract on the new home. And then the mortgage lender discovers that you are in forbearance or you modified it and you got to wait 3 months. Now, you sold your current home. You're in contract to buy a new one. Houston, we got a problem. Don't go into forbearance. And if you lost your job or you lost significant income, then that's fine. Get back to work, start making payments, and we'll fix this problem. Okay? All these problems can be fixed. Just go back to work, get a job, doing whatever you got to do, make your payments, become current. That's how you do it. We borrow money, we repay money. You borrow money as you agreed, you pay back money as you agreed. That's just how the world works. And if we all do that, we'll all be singing Kumbaya together. It's not complicated, guys. It's called responsibility. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm not unsympathetic to the people that lost their job, particularly our people in hospitality. Oh my God. But right now, the people in hospitality, I'm just looking forward to that stimulus ending so you can go back to work and we can get people in your hotels. And then we're going to start building the whole state back up so we're all making money because I love our governor. Okay? You can text me at 407-706-3313. Let me know how you feel about your governor. I think we got the best governor in the whole country. I don't want him to become a president. He'll be the best president ever, but I need him to keep running Florida so we don't have somebody like Val Demings coming in there and screwing it all up for us. Okay, that's my opinion. I can get political. I'm entitled to it because that's my show. If you agree with me, tell me. If you don't agree with me, that's okay. You know, we don't all have to get along. I won't cancel you. You won't cancel me. Let's just have our own opinion and go about our business. 407-706-3313. When we get back, we're going to talk about how you can become the winning offer when making an offer and you're up against multiple offers on the same property. How can you rise above everyone else? 407-706-3313 or WeBringYouHome.com. That's WeBringYouHome.com. We'll be back in 5 minutes with more of the Loner Ranger Radio Show.